when it suits you, you decide that the public can be involved. How come there was no public participation in the Adani deal? How come there was no public participation in the finance bill? How come there was no public participation in the agricultural bill? How come there was no public participation in changing the consolidated fund to having all these funds where you, the politicians, are siphoning money that you're taking from abroad and siphoning money to your senior Gen Z? And he has given us we have given us intel and ideas that we should push towards the removal of this corrupt government. Yes? So first, we are asking for progressive Kenyans to join hands and create a broad national movement geared towards the removal of William Samoei Ruto from power by democratic means before the year 2027. The motto is Ruto must go. They are saying Gachagua must go, but we are saying if it is the bottom up. Tunaanza chini na Gachagua, alafu tunaenda juu na Ruto must go. Next, we are hoping that the national movement should have the Gen Z and millennials at the front, as the forefront, together with progressive parties such as NAK Kenya, Inject Party, which is led by Morara, and progressive individuals with a history in fighting injustice, such as Omkia Omtata. Next, we are hoping that the movement should also incorporate modern political parties which have no history with collaboration with extremism and oppression. This cause excludes, underline, it shall exclude parties such as KANU, which was the main oppressive party in the Moi era, which was the main oppressive party in the Kenyatta era, and also Ruto's UDA party. We shall not accept this. We shall not accept the UDA party to be our leading party because they have been dictators. They have been pushing the youth. They have been abducting us. People have been killed. More than enough people have been killed. Enough blood has been spilled of innocent Kenyans that we are not ready to continue this. So members of the moderate political formations should mobilize Kenyans around Ruto must go agenda and the creation of a democratic Kenya free from fascism and economic plunder. We have seen, we shall not allow Adani to take over the airport. We are still asking this question. We have been in this Kenya. I have been in university for over 5 years. I have seen engineers graduating every year, but where do they go? Why is Adani supposed to take over an airport when we have engineers who can design this, who can design the airport, who can make the changes to the airport? Yes, the movement should also incorporate trade unions, women groups, cooperative societies, community-based organizations, student organizations, and all should rally towards Ruto must go. We are not asking, we are not requesting. Ruto must, underline must, go. He must, in fact, we do not want him to go to Sugoi. We want him to go to Kamiti. We want him to go to another prison that is in Naivasha, anywhere else. I remember when Murara was released, he said that we are going to reclaim all the land. That is part of the agenda. Once we make sure that Ruto has gone to prison, Ruto must go to prison. Not Ruto must go only. Ruto must go to prison. Next, the Gen Z must also be given an opportunity to lead. We saw that once the CSS walifutwa kazi after the first demonstrations, hakuna Gen Z hata mmoja alipewa kazi. Walipatia wazee wenye wako na makesi ndio walirudishwa kwa ofisi. Ali Hassan Joho, he has been on the forefront. He has been mentioned in several drug related cases. He has been mentioned in graft in Mombasa County when he was the governor. Yet he has been given a CS now, CS of mining. CS of mining bwana hakusoma hata geography. Hakusoma geography mining. Anajua nini kuhusu mining? Those are the questions. We have people who have been graduating every year. Mtu amesomea geology for 5 years lakini hana kazi. Lakini Ali Hassan Joho mwenye ali drop out sijui mwaka gani alipata D ama ni D-, ako na kazi yenye a geologist who has been studying hana. They should be at the forefront along progressive forces. They should be given the required guidance and they must however be cautioned against the cartels. Sisi wote tunajua kwanza kwamba Kenya, Nairobi, it is run by cartels. You cannot start a business without paying a cartel. Kwa hivyo tunapigana na hao cartels. Kenya si ama cartel. Kenya ni yangu, Kenya ni yako wewe kama mwananchi. Kwa hivyo pigania Kenya yako, simama na Gen Z. Hii hata si vita ya Gen Z, hii ni vita ya generation zote. Gen Z stands for generation zote. Because we are fighting against tyranny, we are fighting against bad governance, we are fighting against corruption. Next, there is an agenda that they have been ignoring all this time. The agenda they have been ignoring is IEBC. William Samoei Ruto, you said with your own words, this might have been one of your lies, but you said in your own words that IEBC would be reconstituted within 30 days. It has been over 2 months. We have not heard that an IEBC commissioner has been selected. We have not heard that vetting has been done for the IEBC commission. Therefore, we as the people who elected you, we as the people who decided that you can have this seat in power, we as your bosses, you are not our boss, we are your bosses. We as your bosses are demanding, we are not requesting, we are demanding that IEBC be reconstituted so that we can go to Article 256 of the Constitution, where there is constitutional amendments by public initiative, where popular public initiative is allowed to make amendments of the Constitution. The public participation in Bomas today was actually a joke. How come when it suits you, you decide that the public can be involved? How come there was no public participation in the Adani deal? How come there was no public participation in the finance bill? How come there was no public participation in the agricultural bill? How come there was no public participation in changing the consolidated fund to having all these funds where the politicians are siphoning money that you're taking from abroad and siphoning money to your pockets? So many bank accounts have been created. How can a county have more than 200 bank accounts? What are they for? What are they for if they are not for corruption? We are not going to pay our taxes and then make sure that you people get fatter. We are not going to allow that. Next, there is the Social Health Insurance Fund. The Social Health Insurance Fund was not taken through public participation. And if it was taken through public participation, we do not know which public. We do not know which. It was the public of South Sudan, the public of Uganda, but it was not the public of Kenya. So we are saying the Social Health Insurance Fund is unconstitutional. Bring back the NHIF. We have seen that the Social Health Insurance Fund is not offering services to people who need dialysis. People who need cancer treatment. 4,000 itasaidia aje mtu akona cancer? 5,000 itasaidia aje mtu mwenye anafaa kufanyiwa dialysis? Hata 2,000 yenye wanasema wa dentist, labda niweko meno ya silver, nikuwa ordinary huku nje nianze kuwaibia masimu. Juu 2,000 is not enough to fix my teeth. 2,000 is not enough for anything. So the Social Health Insurance Fund is unconstitutional and we reject it. Mimi nasema hivi kama Gen Z, nimekuwa maandamano kutoka siku ya kwanza mpaka leo. Bado ninaendelea kupigania nchi yangu, ninaendelea kupigania because I know how great Kenya can be. I remember when we were in Milimani when Morara was in court. I met a very educated fella. He told me details about the agricultural bill. He said that wanataka kama unalima ndengu unawalipa. Lakini wanataka they want to import GMO maize, GMO ndengu to bring it to us yenye ukipanda sahi mbegu yenye una harvest hauwezi panda tena. So that you can go back to them. This is the capitalist system and I say that we refuse that. We are not going to enrich these people. He told me that kahawa yenye tunanunua, kahawa yenye tunanunua sisi huku is very 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 low grade. He mentioned that Starbucks wanauza the cheapest cup of coffee is around $3.5. $3.5 is around 500 shillings. Kilo moja ya kahawa hivi inauzwa less than 200 shillings. Inauzwa less than $1. Inauzwa around 110 shillings. Na hiyo 110 mmepigana karibu mvunja watu miguu. So we are asking, if you care about this country, we are asking you to please stand up for this country. We are asking you to stand. This is not a Gen Z thing. This is a generation zote thing. Kenya is not just home. Kenya ni home, lakini Kenya pia is my business. Because the future is my business. Kenya is my future. So my future is my business. Kenya ni home, Kenya ni my business. So we are going to keep fighting for changes. We are going to keep fighting for this country. We are going to keep fighting against tyranny. We are going to keep fighting against William Samoei Ruto and all his cronies. Tukiwa huko Bomas leo, tumesikia venye wanaongea na kiburi. Wanasema, oh, I am the chairman, therefore you shall not do anything, whatever you want. So we are going to tell them this. Huko ulikuwa chairman, lakini huku nje wewe ni mwananchi kama mimi. Mimi ndiye nimekufanya upate hiyo kazi. Ikiwa hautafanya kazi yenye nimekupatia, there is no time for dialogue. Nataka niulize tu wa Kenya wenzangu. Nikuulizeje? Wewe umepatia maid kazi ya kuchunga nyumba yako. Umeenda safari, ukapata maid amekuja, akauza TV. Alafu unatoka safari unarudi juu maid ako na pesa, anataka mkae chini, you have dialogue. Are you going to have dialogue with your maid? Are you going to have dialogue with your employee who has been stealing from you? No. We are going to tell them what we want, we are demanding. I remember that in the Constitution, Article 1? That says that the sovereignty of the people shall, underline shall, that will not change, that shall not change. We shall continue to fight for our country because ni mimi naishi huku. Mimi na mama mboga mwenye Ruto alidanganya, ndio tuko huko kwa ground. Sisi ndio tunanunua hiyo unga yenye inauzwa 200. Ukiuliza Ruto sasa bei ya unga unadhani atakwambia ngapi? You remember we asked was it Uhuru Kenyatta? Aliulizwa bei ya mkate akasema 250. Hakuwa anajua that tulikuwa tunanunua mkate 50 shillings ikapanda mpaka 70 shillings. If we continue to be quiet, if you continue to be paid so that you can defend these people, utanunua mkate na 500. Unajua $1 American is 700 naira. And if you want the Kenyan shilling to reach 700 Kenya shillings is equal to $1, tuendelee kabisa kusupport huyu Ruto. Lakini kama unataka wewe mtoto wako akuwe na chance ya kusoma, aende shule asome, apate chance ya kukua kama Charlene Ruto. Charlene Ruto anatembea huku tu, hata hatujui kama alisoma ama hakusoma. Hatujui. Lakini akona ambassador wa sijui what. Akona sijui nini na nini what. Lakini wewe mtoto wako anafaa ngangane asome kwa bidii ndio akuwe employee wa Charlene Ruto. We want a Kenya where we are all equal. It does not matter where you're from. It does not matter whether your father is a president. It does not matter whether your father is Oscar Sudi with his bad English. It does not matter. We want a Kenya where every Kenyan stands for Kenya. Every Kenyan fights for Kenya.